If you're a child of God, then he has already forgiven you of sins that you've done, sins that you're doing, sins that you will do. He looks at you, he sees holy because you're washed in the blood of Jesus. So for you to go, you know what, that's not good enough because I haven't forgiven myself, then yeah, that's sin. That's saying that my opinion of myself matters more than yours, God. So you can stuff it until I feel good about myself, and then we can talk.
All right, Cassidy, take that out of the podcast. It's too convicting for me.
Yeah.
So
So
sometimes it's not God forgiving me that I struggle with or that I'm worried about. It's me forgiving myself. I don't know. Do you think that that also is a form of sinful pride? And I know, based on how you answer this, might be calling out some sin in my heart right now, but I want to hear it anyway.
yeah, because you're assuming responsibility that only God has. So it's God who forgives sin. Forgiving ourselves doesn't, I don't know what it does, I guess, to be honest, because it's not our place to what are we forgiving ourselves for, Because like David said, our sin is against the Lord. It's against his standards of what's right and what's wrong. So he's the only real arbiter of that. And the only one that can say, yeah, you violated my standard, and for that I forgive you.
I guess it's like saying that God's judgment isn't good enough. Because judgment, we think of it as a bad thing, like you deserve wrath and hell. But judgment can also be judges declare people innocent all the time.
Right.
So when God declares us innocent and he forgives us, it's like, no, that wasn't good enough. That wasn't harsh enough. Like I deserve more. And I think that's how I feel a lot. So if I came to you, Eric, or maybe one of our viewers came to you and they say, I've been struggling with this thing. I've repented, but I still just can't get myself to believe that God forgave me or to forgive myself for the things that I've done. How would you kind of counsel somebody in that?
So I think that's one of those nuances. Again, there's a distinction. There are things that we can forgive others and I guess by extension ourselves for, and there are things that aren't ours to do that with, is kind of what we're saying. I think the pride in it is thinking that our opinion of ourselves matters more than God.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
Yeah. If you're a child of God, then he has already forgiven you of sins that you've done, sins that you're doing, sins that you will do. So there's nothing left to forgive as far as he's concerned. He looks at you, he sees holy because you're washed in the blood of Jesus. So for you to go, you know what, that's not good enough because I haven't forgiven myself, then yeah, that's sin. That's saying
That's
that
pride.
Yeah, absolutely. That's saying that my opinion of myself matters more than yours, God. So you can stuff it until I feel good about myself, and then we can talk.
All right, Cassidy, take that out of the podcast. It's too convicting for me. Man, you hit the, I don't even know if I'm qualified to teach on this anymore, man. That hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
I struggle with that.
Totally.
And like I said earlier, man, many times when, especially if I mess up, I have the worst opinion of myself. And like I said earlier, I say things to myself that God would never say to me.
Yeah.
And I see myself in ways that God does not see me. One of the major points I shared on Sunday is that whether we're broken or not, God still sees us the same. When my daughter, the other day, so dumb, so cute and funny at the same time, but she has a hard time eating enough food, right? We told her time and time again during this dinner, you need to finish your food because you got to grow big and strong.
Right.
The doctors are going to get us for child neglect if you keep doing this, And so we're eating, and we look over and she'll like look at us and like, she's been just dumping food on the ground. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, nothing. And I'm like, what's on the floor? And it's just a big pile of food. And I'm like, Atlee, you can, like, I disciplined her. I'm like, you cannot do that. That's lying. That's deceptive, And even though I got her in trouble, she is still the same beautiful little girl as she was before she did that. And she lost no amount of love from me for disobeying, And my discipline was not out of anger. It was out of like, this can escalate to something way bigger when she's an adult, So it was protective.
It's actually kind of genius if
It's
you
kind of
think
genius.
about it.
And except she didn't even try to hide it. She just dumped it on but
Oh, she's only 4.
she
Give
did her
time.
best.
Yeah.
She did her best. But that is what it's like with sin. When God allows us to be broken, he doesn't lose any amount of love towards us.
No.
We don't lose the righteousness he's already given us. We don't become less saved or less anything. The fact that he has a higher standard for us and he wants more for us out of life, it is that reason that he lets us be broken. And I find it frustrating and also so beautiful at the same time, because it hurts in the moment, but it is God treating you as his child.
Yeah.
You know, if I saw that Atlee was doing this and I didn't say anything and I was like, oh, good job, like you ate all your food.
Yeah.
I would be complicit in her sin and in her lying.
Completely.
And then how could I get her in trouble another time because I didn't address it this time? God is not complicit in our sin. He's not okay with us living in this like cosmic treason, and he is wanting to pull us out of it, but not in a condemning way, but in an uplifting way.